Hello and welcome to this short presentation where I want to show you how you can have a single conversation with different co-pilots, orchestrate them and integrate them across platform and tools. So what is the story or the use case behind? Well, some customers did not pay their invoices, because of open incidents. So gave me a bit of headache, and I thought, hey, I need a summary and breakdown of the open amounts, details of any incidents that might prevent the customer to pay, and so on. And I thought, hey, let's ask this guy here who gave me a recommendation. And the recommendation that I got was, hey, use a single conversation with the following tools. So we start in Copilot Studio, the full version, where we have a connection to finance and operations, so our ERP system, to our ticketing system, ServiceNow. Then we verify things in the lite version of this agent. Then we have a conversation with Copilot, get the results and the preparation notes in Word, and finally create and prepare a PowerPoint that we can use for our meeting. And how this works in combination is something I want to show you in my demo system. So if you have the task of collecting some money from your customers, then you would typically start in your ERP system, where you probably reach out to your accountants or log in yourself. You go to your customer. So I'm here in my customers. And then you check things like the open balance, any kind of transaction that is open, the transaction details. You make some notes. Yeah. Then you may be going to your ticket system. In my case, it's ServiceNow. So you would go to your incidents, search for that, make notes, prepare things, and then finally create a PowerPoint. And what I did is I basically created an agent. This one here, I call it Tim's agent. It's just a name. And what I did is I connected it with different tools. And these tools, they have different kind of flows connected, different agent flows that collect me all of the information that is needed. And in case I also want to have some general knowledge, I said, hey, for general knowledge questions, I have here this linked or connected agent that helps me answering questions like, what is the longest river? What is the highest mountain? What is specific criteria about a country or region? So all kind of specific or let's say general knowledge questions, they are handled here. Why? Because this agent has the general knowledge and the web search disabled. Huh? So this is basically my configuration. And now I want to chat with this, but of course not here in Copilot Studio. I would rather go here into M365. And if you're here in the chat experience, you might know that you can connect to different agents. So you just add the add symbol. And then I say, hey, I want to chat with this one, Teams agent, and ask what is the open amount of our customer. And of course, I did not provide any details. So now this Teams agent should come back to me and say, hey, provide the details of your customer. So I say, hey, Tim's Finger Food is the name of the company. So what will happen in the background is there is an agent flow reaching out, searching for this company, checking all of the open transactions and summarizing things. So the open amount is 140,000. Okay. I say, okay, great. Can you provide me a breakdown of the open amount and share me the details of the invoices? So I'm basically asking, hey, what are these $140,000 made of? Again, here in the background, there is an agent flow that runs, checks the open balances, and tries to provide these details of the invoices that we have open with these customers. This is something I need. So here we have these two invoices. Yeah? And now let's say I want to have any incident that is available for this customer. Yeah? Because the customer, if I call the customer, they might say, hey, there's an open incident. Yeah. Do you have any open incident in service now for the customer Tim's finger food? If you have one, list it here. Okay, and again, now we have a tool that is searching in ServiceNow, makes the connection, checks in the incidents, and it says, hey, there is actually nothing, which is good for me because then I can prepare for the meeting and can say, hey, there's no excuse why you don't pay the invoices. Okay, so now next thing, I want to prepare a PowerPoint and I need an image for that. Yeah, so can you create me an image of Mount Everest? And of course, this agent should not be able to do that because it has actually no really drawing experience. So this one cannot help me. So what I'm doing is I switch agent, and now I'm referring to this light agent, which has these capabilities. So we ask again, can you create me an image of Mount Everest that was created by a 10-year-old kid? So let's see if it can handle that. And because it will take a while, I will pause the video and see and come back once this image is completed. Okay, so the image was finally completed. Yeah. Well, it's probably not something I want to use for my presentation. Then what we can do is, of course, switch agents again. But what I forgot to show you is actually something I want to highlight here. So if we come back to Tim's agent and ask what is the highest mountain in the world? Yeah. Then this Teams agent does actually not have this knowledge included because it is not allowed to use its own knowledge and is not allowed to use the web search. So what it should do is reach out to its connected agent that has this general knowledge. And then you see, hey, here he get the answer. But now I'm not sure if this is really correct. So let's switch again to our other agent. Yeah. So add Tim's light agent. Can you please repeat the last question and answer and give me your opinion? Okay, so now I'm basically saying, hey, can you verify that? Yeah, and Tim's light agent has a special configuration that says, hey, talk like Jack Sparrow and always start a sentence with this. So you see here it says, what is the highest mountain in the world? This one was the answer. And then this is his opinion. So you see how you can switch back and forth between different agents here. And if I switch this off, yeah, now I just want to talk with Copilot and say, hey, can you create me an image of Mount Everest that I can use in a PowerPoint presentation? Again, I'm asking to create an image because the first one was probably not that good. So again, it will take a while. I will pause the video and come back once we are finished. Okay, it kind of rejected to do that. So let me try to reformulate that. Create me an image of Mount Everest that looks like from a 15-year-old schoolboy. Let's see if it can do that and has no, kind of integrations that prevent it from doing that. Okay, so finally we also got our picture from a 15-year-old schoolboy. Not sure if that is really better, but it doesn't matter. What I want to show you is basically the integration and the combination of the different agents that you can use here. But this is not the end. Yeah. So now we want to have this included somehow in a PowerPoint. And of course, what you can do is you can work here with pages. You can open this in a page. You can combine that and then create a PowerPoint out of that. But what I want to show you is something else. Yeah, how you can continue with this chat in another tool. And for that purpose, I open here Word. Yeah, and let's create a blank document, and we call it, let's say, I don't know, um, mountain 1 2 3. Yeah. And what we want to do here is we want to integrate our chat experience. And you might know that on the right hand side you have now this Copilot integration, and this includes previous conversations. So here you can see this is my previous conversation that I had, starting from the open balance of the customer. uh, um, so we had here the amount. So here are the invoices. Then we had here image of Mount Everest. This was the 10-year-old. And then we had here at the bottom our 15-year-old picture, which is a bit better. Yeah. So you can integrate it here. You can include the picture. You can say here is our text, and then um, we can include our information from the chat that was about the open balances. So, for example, the invoices can be included here, and you can continue the chat here. So you can say, hey, please create me a short summary of the whole chat in bullet points. Again, we stay within the same chat. We are now in a different software in Microsoft Word, and now we ask to get a summary of the whole document here, and then we can use that and maybe use it for creating a PowerPoint. How do we do that? Well, we just save the document here, or we can even share it so that we have the link faster available. Now we go here and go to our PowerPoint. And in the PowerPoint, we again can open the same chat experience. So if we go here, it takes a while until it opens. And then we should see here again our conversation with the different images that we created, with the different tools. I hope I can find the nice images. Yeah. And then you can say, hey, please create me a PowerPoint slide. Please create me this. You can also do it using here this tool. So we just paste here the link, and once the file is available, then it can create the slides for us and make a nice story out of it. So you see, it doesn't matter where you are actually, from M365, Word, in our case, PowerPoint, you can still use the same chat experience and then generate slides or whatever you need, and stay within the same context and don't lose information. Okay, so that's the main story that I wanted to share with you. So at the end, here a short summary of what we did. So first we had an interaction with this Teams agent, the full Copilot Studio agent that was connected to an ERP system, to a ticketing system, and it even had a connected Copilot Studio agent. Then we used this lite agent to verify results, to draw the 10-year-old picture. Then we used here Copilot to draw the picture of the 15-year-old and get some other questions answered. Then we integrated the whole thing in Word and finally in PowerPoint, and all of that in a single chat conversation. So that's it, what I wanted to share with you. And of course, our pilot or captain is happy that he has all of the things prepared for his customer. So at the end, thanks again for watching and listening. As usual, if you have questions, reach out. And then I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.